everybody. Brother Ron, Sister Sue, Brother Ishmael. I'm sure Brother King might be on his way. Started with the Shabbat service, filling in for Brother Ron. He out of town right now, doing something personal manner. I guess we're gonna start opening Shabbat service with Yahusha prayer. So everybody can stand up, Brother Ishmael. So, our Father, who art in heaven, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, thine power, thine glory, forever and ever. Hallelujah. Start the blowing of the trumpets 7 times. All right.
Appreciated of that until the time comes.
Yes.
I give all praise and glory to Yahuwah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Brother Ron, you got anything to say? Or?
Quiet.
All right. Hallelujah. Brother King, you got anything to say?
No, sir.
All right. No praise him?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Sister Sue.
I just want to praise y'all that our rain finally stopped. We've been having rain the last couple of days. I almost need a boat out by my house, so I just praise him for stopping it for a moment.
Yeah, it's been raining a lot.
Yes.
All right.
It's a nice sunny day to dry up some.
So, shout out to Yah too, through Yahusha, to Holy Abiyah, Yah keeping us as we're on this journey of life, still maintaining, growing, reaping here and there when we can, getting a little extra here and there for Yah, so that's an honor to do. Y'all got something to talk about with you in the kingdom, if you're reaping for them, you know what I'm saying? So, it's an honor to, be one of the people. It's an honor to be one of the people who know Yah in the last days and to be awoken to Yah in the last days and, and to do the work and see the blessings that He offers, whether they be small or medium or large. So all glory to God. So, alright, I guess we'll start the lesson. I ain't gonna make it too long because I gotta do one tomorrow too. So, so Ron drop. Call Brother Ron back. Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Alright. Put you down. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, it won't be too long of a lesson because I gotta do a lesson tomorrow too, so. Yeah, I wanna back to back. But gonna talk about a little bit about confirmation. When y'all dealing with your confirmation, when y'all dealing with you, certain things that He'll show you, certain things that He'll do. When you're going with the flow of confirmation or when you're not going with the flow of confirmation, certain things y'all show you and deal with you according to, letting you know the game plan, So He wants you to implement the game plan, how you want it implemented, and you can ask questions, how you want to implement it, confirmations and whatnot. But we're gonna start in Judges 6 about Gideon.
Judges 6?
Yeah, Judges 6 about Gideon. So Gideon, he was a fighter, and he was going to war, and he wanted some confirmation from Yah about what to do. But the main point, again, is confirmation. Yah dealing with you about making sure that He's confirming what's going on. Right.
First, you want to start on 1?
1 second. It's going to be good. Sign and 1 second. Let me 1 second. I guess I'll do Judges 11 probably until the end.
11, not 6?
No, Judges 6:11, and
okay.
I'll read to the end because it would be a short lesson, so I'll just give you more detail of each one. All right. And there came an angel of Yah and sat under an oak tree oak which was an Orpha, that pertained unto Joaz, the Abiezrite, and his son Gideon, threshed wheat by the winepress, to hide it from Midianites. So, Zion always up to something, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let them see the good stuff. Hide it before they take it from you. Zion, But, alright, verse 12. And the angel of Yah appeared unto him, and said unto him, Yah is with thee, thy mighty man of valor. So, one of Yah things that he do, he sends you not direct messages all the time. That's a rarity, but he sends little hints. You might be on the bus and somebody might speak to you. Like, what? You playing the lottery tonight? Probably should. Something. Something. You should be careful. You should be careful about going down on Broadway Street at 9 p.m. Might be. Y'all send you confirmation by means, and mainly by angels. 13. And Gideon said unto him, "Oh my," not because he talking to the angel. They call them Lord to brother. I just say brother for that, brother, because he's talking to the angel. If Yah be with us, why then is all this befalling us? And where be all his miracles which our fathers told us of, saying, did not Yah bring us up from Egypt, Mizraim? But now Yah hath forsaken us and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites." So we was talking about this a few weeks ago about unsurety. Gideon is like, Yah about to come deal with us and give us a blessing or something of that nature. Nah, I don't believe it. Because of all the pain and sorrow they're going through, and that's why he was saying, if Yah be with us, why then is all this befalling on us? If Yah say he gonna do this, why I keep getting flat tires? I got fired. My baby mama done left me. I owe $7,000 in back taxes. All these problems. What's going on here? Okay, 14. And Yah, and the angel looked upon him and said, "Go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel." Thy might. So be encouraged when you do something for Yah. Yah is telling you something to do. Now have a sense of encouragement, because Yah is asking you to do something, and he's going to be with you. "From the hand of the Midianites have not I sent thee?" And he said unto him, "Oh, to the angel, wherewith shall I save Zion, Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh." And it's another thing that Yah tends to do. He likes to go to the undesirables. Just like in Isaiah 53, he was foretold to come as a person that nobody would desire him. Yah tends to, and he came on a donkey. They were like, "Is this him?" Nah, this not him. Where David on the white horse? Giddy up, giddy up. So just like Gideon saying, like, "I'm poor. You sure you want to use me to do your will?" Okay, and he said, "Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house." Not only did he go to the house of Manasseh, he went to the person who was the little runt in the whole batch. And that tends to be with dogs. A lot of people want the littlest one in the litter, because that's probably going to be the biggest one. It's very unique. Okay, and the angel said unto him, "Surely I will be with thee." And Yah said, "Surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites as one man only." And he said unto him, "If now I have found grace in thy sight, then show me a sign that thou talkest with me." Coming into the confirmation, because Yah is okay. In Isaiah, he says, "Let us reason together." If you need confirmation from Yah, let it rain tomorrow. Sprinkle a little bit. Give me some confirmation. Do something so I can confirm this. Because a lot of people think, how dare you ask Yah to confirm something for you? You just do it. Have faith. I think Sister Sue dropped. They say just have faith and you don't need to get a confirmation from Yah. But Yah is letting you know. Yah is letting you know. How you do this? Read down.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't see her face up, a picture of her up there, and hit the phone.
Yeah, the phone is just hang up. Can you hear us?
Yeah, she got you.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, you're back. So a lot of people like, how dare you ask God for a confirmation? Like, how dare you go to your father and say, hey, is this for real? Like, this your father. This ain't some stranger that you're talking to. You can have an open dialogue with him, just like Gideon is doing. Okay? And Gideon said again, then show me a sign that thou talkest with me. Depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come unto thee and bring forth my present and set it before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again. And Gideon went in and made ready a kid, a goat, a baby goat. So that's another thing about, people calling their children kids. You don't have kids, you have children. And that's a little Satan like to just manipulate the words. Okay, because you're getting a little kid ready for sacrifice. Because that's what Gideon getting ready. He's about to sacrifice this kid. Okay, and Gideon went in and made ready a kid, and unleavened cakes of an ephah of flour. The flesh he put in a basket, and he put the broth in a pot. So just let you know, the man of Zion know how to cook too. Gideon up in there, he sound like he know what he doing. And brought it out unto him under the oak and presented it. So, and this goes back to hospitality. He was very hospitable to this angel. And the angel of Yah said unto him, take the flesh and the unleavened cakes and lay them upon this rock and pour out the broth. And he did so. Then the angel of Yah put forth the end of his staff. And it's another thing about it. This is why all the men of Zion is going to have staff. They put it out in these movies like Merlin, witchcraft. But the man of Zion, that staff going to have power. Right. So
like Moses.
That's right.
Moses.
And then, but they perverted in the movies and stuff like it's witchcraft. He got a staff. Nah, they know. They want one of them staffs. They ain't going to get one. But the angel had a staff. And the angel of Yah put forth the end of his staff that was in his hand and touched the flesh and the unleavened cakes, and there rose up fire out of the rock. So you might want to, when you're in the kingdom, you might want to light a fire with my staff. Put the fire on the wood. All right. And he touched the flesh to the unleavened bread, and there rose up fire out of the rock and consumed the flesh and the unleavened cakes. Then the angel of Yah departed out of his sight. And when Gideon perceived that he was an angel of Yah, Gideon said, alas, O Yah, my Abba, for because I have seen an angel of Yah face to face. And Yah said unto him, peace, shalom be unto thee, fear not, thou shalt not die. Then Gideon built an altar there unto Yah and called it the Lord. It means Yah is. It means Yah is peace. So I don't know how they would say it back then, but it translates to Yah is peace, because we know his name not Jehovah.
His name
Yahuwah. Unto this day is yet in Orpha of the Asbarite, and it came to pass the same night that Yah said unto him, take thy father's young bullock, even the second bullock of 7 years old, and throw down the altar of Baal. I just don't say it. demons, that demon, that thy father hath, and cut down the grove that is by it. Interesting right here. Just like we was talking about the gardens, how Yah wants a garden, a very plush garden. Guess who else wants a garden? Oh, Satan. Oh, Satan. Satan will, Yah got palm trees everywhere. Guess who wants palm trees everywhere? Satan. Yah got a garden. Who wants a garden? The mimic. Can't create anything, but just want to mimic. And that tells you how glorious Yah creations are, because somebody who don't even like Yah want to be Yah. You know, I will be like you. You know, envious. And take the second bullock and offer a burnt sacrifice with the wood of the grove which thou shalt cut down. Then Gideon took 10 men of his servants, and did as Yah had said unto him. And so it was, because he feared his father's household and the man of the city, that he could not do it by day, that he did it by night. This is the second time. Remember, Brother Ron was talking about this the other night, when Abraham, Father Abraham, when he was destroying the temples at night, he was like, when everybody go to sleep, I'm going to destroy this. You know, so Zion can get sneaky. You know, the spies, we got spies in Zion. We are like the, what's that place in, we like the FBI type stuff. You know, when the job need to get done, we can do it. Okay? And when the man of the city arose early in the morning, behold, the altar of El-beth-el was cast down. Hallelujah. And the grove was cut down that was by it, and the second bullock was offered upon the altar that was built. And they said one to another, who hath done this thing? And when they inquired and asked, they said, Gideon, the son of Joseph, Joash hath done this thing. Then, that tells you how nosy Zion is too. Gideon did that in the pitch black. They still know who did it, you know. Then the man of the city said unto Joash, bring out thy son, that he may die, because he hath cast down the altar of El-beth-el, and because he hath cut down the grove that was by it. And Joash said unto all that stood against him, will ye plead for El-beth-el? So Zion, you know, I mean, this is completely gone. You know, reprobate mind. They up in here about to kill people for these idols, you know, and killing the righteous. It's gone. Will ye save him? He that will plead for him, let him be put to death, whilst it is yet morning. If he be a god, small g, let him plead for himself, because one have cut him his altar down. Now, who in the record book cut down the Garden of Eden? Okay. Ain't nothing come to mind. You know why? Because Yah is really the power.
Because he took everybody, well, whoever was in it, he
kicked out. That's what I'm saying.
Go back in.
B-A-A-L can't do nothing, you know, but just sit there and be mad, you know.
B-A-A-L can't even say anything because he's talking through men, and men are saying something. Yeah. So you know, they can't do anything because they not the God, and that's what Gideon. They was getting the point. If he God, let him defend himself. God don't need you to defend him, you know. But he wants you to go out and do the work, though, nevertheless. But he don't need you to defend him. 32. Therefore, on that day, he called him Jerubbaal. Never mind. You said you ain't want to say his name.
What is that? 32. What does that mean? Let B-A-A-L plead. Meaning, like, the name means let that God, demigod, plead for itself. Saying, let B-A-A-L plead against him, because he hath thrown down his altar. Then all the Midianites and the Amalekites and the children of the east were gathered together, and went over and pitched in the valley of Jezreel. But the Spirit of Yah came upon Gideon, and he blew a trumpet. Now you talking about some trumpet blowing right here. When the Spirit of Yah come on you, you talking about some power right there. Nothing like we be doing up there. We be trying, but when the Spirit of Yah get upon you, blowing the trumpet. Okay. But the Spirit of Yah came upon Gideon, and he blew a trumpet, and Ezbezer was gathered after him, and he sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, who also was gathered after him, and he sent messengers unto Asher, and unto Zebulun, and unto Naphtali, and they came up to meet him. Okay, now this is the main part of the sign, the confirmation. But you know, Gideon chapter 6 is all type of sign. You got an angel coming down, the Spirit of Yah came upon you, you blowing the trumpet. You know what's going on. But Gideon still wants a little bit more confirmation. I don't know why, but he does. And Gideon said unto Yah, if thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, as thou hast said, behold, I will put a fleece of wool in the floor, like it's like a big blanket type of thing. Yeah, to cover up. And if the dew, the rain, be the water, be on the fleece only. So Gideon is saying, Yah, I need you to do something. Try. How dare Gideon try Yah? Gideon out of his mind trying to get confirmation from Yah. He needs to be stoned. This is what the church is. This is the madness that people think that you can't even talk to Yah and get confirmation from Yah. It's straight madness. And on the floor, so he put the fleece on the floor, and he's asking Yah, let everything else be wet but the fleece. And if the dew be upon the fleece only, vice versa, the fleece is wet and the floor is dry, and it be dry upon all the earth beside it, then shall I know that thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, as thou hast said. And it was so. So this actually happened. For he rose up early on the morrow, and thrust the fleece together, and wrung the dew out of the fleece, and a bowl full of water. So he took the fleece, he drained it out like you do with a rag, and just water just came out of it, a bowl full. And Gideon said unto Yah, let not thine anger be hot against me. Gideon about to do something else. And I will speak but this once. Let me prove, I pray thee, but this once with the fleece. So Gideon won't, so to my calculation, Gideon got 1, 2, 3, now he working on a 4th confirmation. The 4th confirmation. Okay. Okay, and check this out. And Gideon said unto Yah, let not thine anger be hot against me, Yah. Don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. And he must know Yah, because he said, Yah, don't be hot with me. Don't throw some dew in my face and, treat me like Job and give me something, Don't be patient with me, please. Okay. And I will speak but this once, let me prove, I pray thee, but this once with the fleece. Let it now be dry only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground let there be dew. And Yah did so that night, for it was dry upon the fleece only, and there was dew on all the ground. So Yah did 2 things here. He must have had a hair dryer drying the fleece, because it was wet, so you got to be dry. He dried it.
Bring it out, but that night it said instead of getting wet again, it was dry because he let it get wet all around.
But y'all like to show off.
Yeah.
So y'all probably dried it too.
Yeah. Well, I said it was dry.
No, it wasn't even like wet or nothing, like from the damp. It probably wasn't damp.
Yeah, but he bring it out the night before.
Yeah.
he asked the question, and then he wanted the confirmation again by letting it be dry, and the rest of the fluid.
Yeah, that could be true too. So he got his fourth confirmation, and Yah wasn't mad at him. And if we know about the story of Gideon, we know Yah dealt with Gideon greatly, and he was a great warrior for Yah, and he had many victories for Yah, and he had many confirmations from Yah too. So confirmations are not appalling to Yah. All right. So the next one we're gonna go to. I think we're gonna go to Jonah. Let's go to Jonah. Jonah chapter 1. Jonah was super hard-headed too. He was super hard. Yeah. But I think Jonah's the only one who had to get put in the fish mouth. I mean, something like that. Yeah. That's pretty. He's like, nah, y'all, I ain't doing it. You can't make me. I ain't doing it. I don't want nothing to do with them people over there in Nineveh. Yeah, Nineveh. He said, I don't want nothing. Boy, there must have been some bad people for Jonah to be like, no. So, gonna do Jonah 1 and let's do Jonah 1 and 2. Alright. Now the word of Yah came unto Jonah, the son of El-beth-el, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it. Interesting, this great cities aren't used normally, but the Babylon, that great city, you know, Yah used it for that too. And in the New Testament, Yah referred to Nineveh again about in comparison to that great city again, Babylon. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come before me. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of Yah. Madness. This is madness. I don't know where you go to hide from Yah. You on the boat. Nah, Yah, you ain't getting me. I don't want nothing to do with this. Presence. And went down to Joppa, and he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare going thereof, and went down into it to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of Yah. But Yah sent out a great wind unto the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. Then the mariners were afraid, and cried every man unto his God, and cast forth the wares that were in the ship into the sea, to lighten it of them, to make the ship lighter, so they would probably have a better chance not of dying. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep. Interesting. This is the same thing Yahusha did. When they was on the ship, he like, and then when he came out, why y'all bother me for y'all little faith? Wow, that's interesting. So the shipmaster came to him and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Something wrong with that guy down there, man. He's sleeping. He's sleeping down there, and this can't be right. He must know something that we don't. Arise, call upon thy Yah, if so be that Yah will think upon us, that we perish not. And they said every one to his fellow, Come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah. Then said they unto him, Tell us, we pray thee, for who cause this evil is upon us. What is thine occupation, and whence comest thou? What is thy country? Of what people art thou? Boy, they serious about, finding out who caused this trouble, where you work at, what your mama name, social security number, God. Yeah, they serious, like, okay. And said unto them, I am a Hebrew, and I fear Yah, the Yah of heaven, which hath made the sea and the dry land. Then were the man exceedingly afraid, and said unto him, Why hast thou done this? For the man knew that he fled from the presence of Yah, because he had told them. Woo. Then said they unto him, What shall we do unto thee? Now, I'm sure there was in a catch-22. He a man of Yah, we can't just throw him off the boat. We might get in trouble. So they come to him. What can we do with you? And that's what he about to do, because it probably would have went bad for them if they were trying to throw him over the board. He a man of Yah. Unto the 12. And he said unto them, Take me up and cast me forth into the sea, so shall the sea be calm unto you, for I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you. Nevertheless, the man rowed hard to bring it to the land. Wow. But they could not, for the sea wrought and was tempestuous against them. That's another thing, no matter what you do, if Yah is against you, that's it. Let's liquidate everything. That we owe the IRS money, let's just liquidate. Something else pop up. Something else happens. You get in a car wreck, you get cancer, then you got to put more money in that. If y'all want to do something, that's it. Okay? Wherefore that they cried unto Yah and said, We beseech thee, O Yah, we beseech thee, let us not perish for this man's life, and lay not upon us innocent blood, for thou, O Yah, hast done as it pleased thee. They came to Yah appropriate, So they took up Jonah and cast him forth into the sea, and the sea ceased from her rage. Then the man feared Yah. They had some stories to tell when they got back home. That was immediate what conversion. That's immediate conversion.
Get all the emotions. I'm going to work.
Yeah, Yah didn't show himself to them. Okay, the sea ceased from their raging. 16. Then the man feared Yah exceedingly, and offered a sacrifice unto Yah, and made vows. Wow. Woo. How many people have been through stuff and they still don't do that? Yah done beat them up and they rebellious to the end. Rebel without a cause.
Yeah.
17. Now Yah had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Woo. Boy. Jonah. Chapter 2. Then Jonah prayed unto Yah his Abba out of the fish's belly, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto Yah, and he heard me. And out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice. For thou hadst cast me into the deep, in the midst of the seas, and the floods compassed me about. All thy billows and thou waves passed over me. Then I said, I am cast out of thy sights, yet I will look again toward thy holy temple, Kadesh temple, and that was towards Jerusalem. The waters compassed me about, even to the soul. The depths closed me round about. I trying to get his attention. You know, when you start speaking poetic sorrow like this, yeah, you done touched my soul with this one. Okay? The weeds were wrapped about my head. So this could be, Jonah could be sitting in the fish belly with seaweed on his head, you know, you just see this, you know. Yah gave him some time to think about his choices. Okay, I went down to the bottoms of the mountains. The earth was her bars, was about me forever. Yet hast thou brought up my life from corruption, O my Yah, my Elohim. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered Yah, and my prayer came in unto thee, into thine holy temple. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy. Read that again. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy. That's deep. But I will sacrifice unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving. What the scriptures say, obedience is better than sacrifice. Look, Jonah ain't got no goats or sheep to sacrifice with, but he say, but I will sacrifice unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving. He up in there giving praise, and y'all say, go ahead, that's what I want to see, smelling better than any lamb that he could have sacrificed. Because this is the sacrifice of the soul. You know, he crying out, pouring out. I will pay that I have vowed. Salvation is of Yah, and Yah spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon dry land. Now, this was more so reverse confirmation, because Yah was giving Jonah confirmation, you know, in a deep way. So, and Yah spoke to the fish, and he vomited it out, you know. So this is another thing about confirmation. When Yah wants you to do something, he's going to confirm it. Either you're going with it and you want confirmation, or you're fighting against it and Yah's giving you confirmation, you know. Well, you're going against Yah and everything to start going wrong. Jonah went to hell, he said, you know, to the bottom of the mountains. Yeah, I don't know how deep the mountains go, but that's pretty low.
Well, they go deep down,
you know, especially the icebergs, because I think with the iceberg you only see about 10% of an iceberg. The bottom of it is just like a great old upside down mountain. So this is another thing, you know. Either you flowing with Yah and you want confirmation like Gideon did, or you fighting against Yah's confirmation and you going through hell like Jonah did. And trust that either you gonna break or you gonna stay there. You know, you gonna stay there. And then the next one's gonna be Daniel's vision. I think that's Daniel 9 or 10. Vision, because he prayed for quite some time. Might be a little bit too long to read chapter 9. Time. Alright, well I'll probably just read 10.
Chapter 10.
Yeah, chapter 10. But the background to that is Daniel went into a great fast in chapter 9, and Daniel was a quote unquote made man. You know, he was eating good food. I mean, you know, that time he was in
like when they got captured, when they took him captive, he didn't want the king's food.
Yeah.
Because he said, how can we eat food? And that's like the king, he had alcohol and all that stuff with it, and plenty of pork.
Oh yeah, they had everything.
Fish without scales.
They had
crab legs.
However they got down, but this, you know, the
alligator and all that stuff.
This was a feast for kings, so you know they had it laid out. You know I'm sure they had some chicken there too. You know what I'm saying? They probably like
that. That barn out.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you want us to fry you some chicken, Daniel? You know, nah. Daniel, because Daniel had something to do. But so he went into deep prayer, and this is what happened after he went into deep prayer. I think it was for 14 days that he went into prayer. But this is what happened after the prayer, because Daniel, he was praying for confirmation to a sign from Yah. He needed some information from Yah, and so this lesson is about confirmation. So chapter 10 on down. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel. A confirmation was revealed unto him, whose name was called Yes, Daniel. You know, they playing, they giving them heathen names. Daniel. And the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing, and he understood of the vision. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. So you fasted for 3 weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, and this goes back to Daniel. He could have asked him to fix him some French toast, some powdered sugar. That was no problem. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. In the 24th day of the 1st month, the 24th day of the 1st month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hedekiah, then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man, clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Euphrates. That sound like a drug too. I could have been.
I don't know about the drugs.
Yeah, I think there's a drug company. Fast. 6. His body also was like the barley, and his face as the appearance of lightning. Now, if y'all don't know this, we're talking about Yahusha. His body also was like the barley, and his face also the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire. Revelations chapter 1. And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. In a translation, dark brass. 6 and 2. Yeah, burnished. Translation, it's not, because how they be trying to, don't put the appropriate translation. It's a side note, but it's burnt brass. Yeah, it was some dark brass. You wouldn't know, finely polished brass, that's similar to looking like this, like a light brown. Nah, this is some dark brass. And the voice of his words, like the voice of a multitude. It's like in the New Testament, he spoke with like many waters. When Yahusha spoke, that's why he spoke with authority. I am come to save the world. Yahusha got your attention, And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision. For the men that were with me saw not the vision. But a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. As another side note, y'all might not be giving everybody the confirmation that you give. Like, hey, go over there, I'm talking to you. Shake up the ground and they're going to be going, I'm only talking to you. So, and some people, that's another topic, but some people like envious about that. Just like Moses. Who was Moses? And then,
Aaron and Mary.
Yeah, they like, who's he married old girl too? But, and I was mad about that. He was hot about that. I speak to Moses face to face. And he said to other people, I speak in a dream like he is doing with Daniel. So, people are not in the right spirit, envious, jealous, but, y'all working with somebody, go with the plan. Don't fight him. Because you're going to be like Jonah. That's like fighting the plan is being like Jonah, And that's what happened to Miriam, Cast her out. Her father should have spit in her face.
Walk that view.
And I'm sure Aaron was like, dang. I barely escaped that one. You know, I'm sure Aaron was like, man, I wonder if y'all gonna do something to me. But so the man fled themselves because Yah shake the earth. Verse 8. Therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me into corruption, and I retained no strength. So he was, just frightened. Like, you ever heard that thing like somebody got scared so much their hair turned white? They was just frightened. 9. Yet heard I the voice of his words, and when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground. So, this confirmation is so deep, when the presence came, he got knocked out, just fell flat on his face, and behold, a hand touched me, which set me upon my knees, and upon the palms of my hands. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright, for unto thee am I now sent. And what he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling. Then said unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand. So he was trying to understand, he was trying to get confirmation, and to chasten thyself before Yah, fasting, going into deep prayer, before thy Yah, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. So this angel was, which one was this? Was Gabriel. This was Gabriel, the angel Gabriel. 13. But the prince of the king of Persia, which is not a prince, I ain't going to talk about that really, but it wasn't this man. This was somebody else, that was conducting themselves as the prince of Persia. But the prince of the king of Persia withstood me 21 days. 21 days. And we know no man going to withstand an angel. We know that. So he's not talking, the person who's the king of Persia is not a man. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the king of Persia. Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the later days, for yet the vision is for many days. Okay, and I'll stop right there, but the point of that is confirmation. He got confirmation. Daniel went on a great fast of 20 days, and he sought Yah. He didn't even anoint his head because he was trying to get something special from Yah, which is confirmation, understanding. And Yah gave him this by sending Gabriel and even sent Michael. So this confirmation had to go through. So the next one is going to be, I think it's probably the last one. It's going to be in Matthew. it's going to be John 10. John. I thought it was Matthew. It was John 10. Alright. Yeah, it's talking about the Good Shepherd. Alright. Now, knowing confirmation. I end on this because of knowing confirmation. You know, you got to know who you're talking to. Satan might be talking to you. Give you what? This is John 10, chapter 10. Satan might be trying to give you a manipulated confirmation, and then through Yahusha, you should know that voice distinctively from the voice of wickedness. And this is I end this on confirmation. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entered not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But, you know, they probably say, I got some inside information, you know, they got a back door, you know, but they got like 5 angels back there ready to kill you too. So, just like the Garden of Eden, you know. Right. But climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. Talking about Yahusha with the sheep. To him the porter open, and the sheep hear his voice, and calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him. For they know his voice. They understand confirmation who's talking to them. Just like Daniel knew it was of Yah who was talking to him. Gideon knew who it was who was giving him confirmation. And just like the king, I forgot the king's name, Brother Ron always talking about him too, that he had I think 400 prophets, and they would tell him everything that he wanted to hear. But that one prophet, Elijah, told him something. You always telling us bad news. But he knew he had the confirmation and they didn't. So he understood whose voice to listen to when it counted. Okay, to get the confirmation. Verse 5. And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him. Now, man, you know, it's a side note, man. I see this. I turn on the TV. Creflo Dollar working his magic. They ain't going nowhere. They are dull of hearing the sheep, boy. They ain't fleeing nowhere. Creflo Dollar told